good evening, good afternoon, lads, ladies, pirates, players, real people behind the profile stats. It's time to put on the mic so we can put an F for effort into our videos. And that's what we like to do. We like to start the day. Look, it's gone daytime. Look, that's the one. The game is siding with us. The hands of time related to Plunder Pirates gameplay is backing the real people behind the profile stats. Today I stand hand in hand with friends, family. Across the gameplay, I stand with the Italian brothers and sisters. They have lost recently a friend, a family in gameplay by the name Pintu Alfredo. Alfredo is his name, and Pintu was the gamer name. The Italian brothers and sisters, the blessed Italian brothers and sisters, when I speak about people and I mention the word blessed, it only means to refer that I speak to them with the utmost respect. And when I speak about the Russian brothers and sisters, I'd say the blessed Russian brothers and sisters. I do not blame one person's wrong over a whole nation. I don't work in that department. Whether that person is doing the lesser wrong or the greater good, whatever they feel according to their own intentions, who am I to blame others? But what I can say is that the state of the discords is in such a terrible state. It could have been fixed and dealt with a long time ago, but that's not the point. The point is, what is the betterment? What can be done? What could have been done? What can still be done? And how it can be done, and who should be the one to deal with it. Now let me explain to you. Before stepping into these realms of understanding, we need to find and understand. There goes Lindsay Medoka with duplicate outfits, because that's what she's all about, is to encourage the duplicate outfits. And there she goes looking for more of them. Yeah, so basically, how it works is, the discords, you don't have to have a high pirate hall level. The discords, you don't have to have a PR that's coming out your mushrooms. You just simply need to be a person that understands the logics, the logistics, the linguistics, the algorithm dynamics between and behind and before of the usage of how to deal with players, pirates, real people behind profile stats, before it gets to a point where it has to be moderated and regulated in such a way. It's so unbelievable. I myself didn't know much about it at all, and I probably still don't know as much as I should. But what I can say to you is that I watched someone recently open up their own channel, and they've gone past, like nearly doubled, close, like they're going way, they've gone past the subscribers that we have. They've gone past even the views. They've tripled past the views. Yeah, I'm talking about a small child, a 10 or 11-year-old I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm talking about children nowadays. They don't know much, but when they get onto something, they get it done and dealt with. And I'm looking at all these adults that are on the discords, and no one has even an idea. And even if some of them do, I know some of them do, because some of them recently started the game. So yeah, it doesn't matter if that player person is with Firewall or Red Flag Fleet or whoever, but there are people, players, even younger people, they come into this game and they can make it far better. And that's what I've been trying to encourage all this time. It's not my fault that people don't realize and see the good words of the lantern. They don't see what's the best for gameplay and its future betterment. I see a Discord as a place where they're just trying to transition between players of Plunder Pirates and move over to knighthood. That's all I see. All I see is it's like one big giant funeral right now on the Discord. Everyone's all quiet. Everyone's there for tips and whatever and questions. No. This is the Discords from now on. This channel for now is a Discord until they get their mess sorted out. Until they've pulled their pants up to the belly button line. Until they've put their socks up to the kneecaps. And my little one, he's got a few friends, a few people that he knew just to join the Discords, and they started to open up all those different apps and unlock so many things of like to time people out, abusive behavior, like things like whatever kind of talk and whatever the moderators and this person, that person, and all this stuff went on. They opened up so many voice channels and so many things. It was unbelievable. I was just watching it happen. It happened over just a few hours. You get the right people in the right place at the right time, you'll see things open up. And that's what it's all about in a nutshell. That's what it's always been about. I kind of put the idea forward on the 21st or 22nd maybe of February. And now we're in March. That was 3 weeks ago. And even on that same day, someone came forward and said, look, I'll be the moderator regulator. I'll be the one to do it. And because that person is, they look at that person as, how people look at you in this game. I'm telling you that right now. You look at your pirate hall level. They look at your PR. Yeah. They look at how long you've been playing, or, like things like that. But they don't realize that they themselves are just not worthy. You have to allow other people to come through. You're not going to change the state of the game until you change the people that you have around you. And that's what I've been trying to show and trying to give that understanding towards people, whether they are willing to understand, or whether they feel that they know more and they understand things in a better light. But I'm not in a position to encourage people to join the Discords anymore. If you have any questions about the gameplay, reach out to me, because I'll reach back out to you. You ask me a question today that's worthy of answering, I'll make a video. I'll make 3 videos for you by the next 24 hours and give you my understanding of insight. Now let me tell you something else. Let me add something else into the mix, yeah? Since you all wanna, ruffle my feathers and rattle my cage, you wanna know? I'll give you a little idea, right? Alright. Someone asked me yesterday, they asked me a question, they were curious about something. So it says to me, and I'm happy that people are curious about things, so it says to me, Father, says to me, when Islam came to this world, and then he was about to ask me, when Islam came to this world, when Islam was created or whatever, and the question was regarding something around those kind of areas, at the point when that religion came into this world. So my answer to my child was that was the final prophet and messenger. So there was 124,000 prophets before him, meaning that Islam has always been on this planet. And remember that humanity wasn't the first creation to be on this planet, you see. And that's what it's all about. When you use the right type of approach for the betterment, you always get a better result. I've always told everyone not to subscribe to this channel, to view me videos. I've always told you all this. But with my videos, you'll always get a little bit more if you're allowing yourself to be worthy, to listen to the good word of a lantern, to listen to the goodness of whatever betterment there is in gameplay. This channel is for the good word for the players, pirates, people, real people behind the profile stats. Whatever forms of worship you follow, you will come to realize someday. You'll get the signs, you'll understand what is best for you and all those that be worthy and more. And remember that the Discords is in a terrible state because some people will never change. Even when you are trying to just give the better ideas, the better information, they always will carry on. One will try to speak to you in a sensible, decent manner, and then the other ones will just come in and say something negative to upset you. It's just the way that they are. But I know there are people there that are willing to make the betterment, the better judgment. You don't have to have a high pirate hall level or PR or 7 years worth of day and night experience to be the one that moderates and the one that runs the looking after and timing people out and banning them or whatever. You don't have to be a person that has a high PR or even a great knowledge of the game. No. Moderator, regulator is not a person that has knowledge of the game, has more of an understanding of how things should be run. And there's no one that is worthy on the Discords that knows how to run the Discords. Except for one that has put their hand up and said, look, let me have the keys to moderate it. I don't have no problem with handing over the keys to someone like that. Whether that player is at Firewater or whether that player be at Red Flag Fleet, this is a game. It's always about the approach. There's always a betterment, and that's what we work towards for those that be worthy and more. The Discord in the state that it is in right now is so unprofessionally run. It's unbelievable. It's so terrible. And when new people join it, when they look back at it, I can't believe no one's shut it off by now and complained about it. Yeah, the Discord doesn't deserve to be existing right now in the state that it's in. And I don't think anything can be done to fix it for now. It's kind of past its, due date. There's a lot of chat that needs to just not be blocked by players or people, but needs to be deleted. And that's what they're not doing on there, you see. And it's kind of a sad of affairs. But the game still continues. Anyway, as a person said in the past, that the messengers and prophets may have passed on, but God still exists. And that's what it's all about. And that's what it's always been about. The good word. Point out for all those that be worthy and more. I'd like to just quickly fulfill a promise that I made yesterday. I'd like to just quickly mention, hey look, they fill it up. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, great people, great pirates players across the game. DVOK, that's the one. There's a few more I was meant to mention. Yeah, there's some nice girls out there where you can just move over to and cause and create your better effects so you can start training. There was another guild or two I had to check up. Let me do a rewind my selector on this. My selector. Let's check one more. This guild right here. Yeah, great people. They're trying to run a good way with their guilds. They're trying to run a good system of a betterment for the future in their own gameplay. This is another brother sisters across the gameplay. Yeah, I hope they do well. They seem very polite and kind. Anyways, I wish you all well, wherever you may be. Keep smiling, keep shining, keep rising for the gameplay enjoyments, but most importantly for the real lives. The most awesomest, the most amazing gameplay graphics you'll ever see as we sail across the waves, just you and me.